to the Jess Talk Show. My name is Laraine and I'm one of the co-hosts here. And today my topic is Wake Up America. If you're like me, I watch people and I watch their actions and how they react to certain situations. And sometimes it grieves me to my heart how selfish we have become. We have become selfish bullies. And it's hard for our children to be anything otherwise when they're mimicking what they see and what they hear. They can't help themselves because the older generation is displaying the very characteristics that they have developed, and now they're displaying this in schools, in their homes, in society. Again, the topic today is Wake Up America. See what's happening around you and then decide, do you want to continue the way that you are, or do you want to make a change? Do you want to be different? Do you want to make a difference? I'm going to point out some things to you that I have observed lately. One is, people don't smile at each other like I was accustomed to when I was growing up. I remember walking through either a grocery store or just down the street, and people had a smile on their face and they greeted each other, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it was. But now you can pass people and they're either frowning or they're looking like they are mad at the world. They don't have a friendly disposition about themselves anymore. We need to smile more. Smiling it kind of brings a spark to your life, and it makes you feel like everything's going to be all right. So take this moment right now and just smile. Just smile and just let it engulf you. Just let it take over your spirit. And if you can't find anything to smile about, I'm going to give you one important thing you should always smile about. You're alive. Nobody's planning your funeral. You're not in a coma in the hospital. But you're alive. And no matter what you may be going through, you are yet still alive. Isn't that enough to smile about? Just smile. The second thing that I have noticed is how we drive. There's so much road rage out there. I remember we were coming from the store and there was a truck trying to get over. And this other passenger in another car on the side of us, we allowed the person to come over in front of us. But the person on the other side of us to our left looked and then moved up so the person couldn't get all the way over because they had to do the turnaround. And we just kind of looked like, wow, really? You're already sitting at a red light, but you are so got this bully mentality, this selfish mentality that you're not getting in front of me. Oh no, not in front of me. You're gonna wait. And all the person wanted to do was just make the turnaround, and they had to get over our lane, the next lane, and then they would have been home free. But they got in our lane and had to be stuck there until someone, after the person that didn't allow them to get over, decided that they would be courteous enough and let them get over. America, wake up. This should not be a dog-eat-dog world. There's not enough love in this world. There's not enough compassion in this world. And definitely we're not displaying empathy. Again, we are selfish bullies. That's what we have become. And it's sad, America. It is so sad. The other thing is, while driving, I don't know about you, but entryways into businesses, if you're waiting at a stoplight, you're not to block that. But I see that people will block it so nobody can go in and out. And it makes it very difficult. I just don't understand that. I've had people to honk at me because I didn't scoot up. But in my mind is, what if somebody wanted to come out? Or what if somebody had to go in? I don't need to be blocking the entryway of a business. And neither should you. America, wake up. Stop being this selfish bully. The world does not center around us. We are to be helpers of one another. Smile more. When you're driving, be courteous more. And another thing with driving, we are in such a hurry. It's like, I gotta get there, I gotta get there, I gotta get there. Okay, that's fine, you gotta get there. But do you have to drive aggressively? Tailgating people, cutting people off, flicking people off, rolling down your window, looking mean at people because they are in your way? My philosophy is, if you know that you have to be somewhere for 10 o'clock and you know it's a 30-minute drive, account for some type of traffic that may happen. Maybe leave 10 minutes earlier so that you don't have to rush and become a road demon. Because there are elderly people that are driving on the road. And think about it, that could have been your mom or your dad, your grandmother, your grandfather. Would you want people honking at them, flicking them off, and rolling down the window, yelling out profanity towards them while they're driving? No, you wouldn't want that to happen to anybody in your family. So think about that. Exercise more empathy, more compassion. Let's move on from there. But again, America, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. What about assisting each other? Me and my sister was on our way to Seguin, and the car just cut off. I mean, it just cut off. I was able to roll it into the middle, the middle divider thing, and we put our hood up, put our blinkers on, and we got out, and cars, they would just get over but keep on going. Didn't stop and say, hey, do you need a help? Do you need us to call somebody for you? I mean, yes, we had roadside assistance, and yes, we had called for help. But my point is, 2 females out of those many, many, many cars that passed us, only 2 females actually stopped and asked, did we need assistance? Now, to remind you now, we were 2 females stranded. And only 2 females decided that they were going to stop and ask us if we needed assistance. And the other sad thing was, our highway patrol passed us. And in my mind, I was saying, wow, really? To protect and serve? Again, we become selfish bullies. America, we need to wake up. Even if you know that you can't help in the capacity of labor, maybe just a phone call. Maybe just letting somebody know that you saw them, that they're not alone. America, wake up. And being patient. We have lost patience. In the grocery store, and I was guilty of this, and I started thinking about it, why am I acting this way? I mean, you have to, if you're in my position, here I am on a talk show telling you to wake up America and stop being selfish bullies. But then I found myself a while back standing in line at Walmart watching a person write a check. And in my mind, because I wanted her to get out of the store, I'm saying to myself, people still write checks? And I was annoyed, because I didn't have the patience to wait on them to write the check. But now, since then, I have come to be more patient because maybe some people prefer to write checks. Who am I to say get plastic? Who am I to say pay cash? I don't control or govern anybody's life. I only have control over my own life. And if I choose not to use checks anymore, that doesn't mean that you don't have to use checks. But we don't have patience in the grocery store. I see people literally running each other over in baskets. And I'm like, okay, it would have took just a couple more seconds for this person to move and you could have went down that aisle. But no, people would get right up on you and have this look of, this rage, like move out of my way. Selfish bullies. It's like the world evolves around you, around me, and it doesn't. We share this world together. And again, our children are seeing how we act in society. And they can't help themselves but to act the same way in school, at home, and them as well as society. Another thing about not having patience, maybe you have understood something a lot quicker than someone else. And because that person didn't catch on, all of a sudden they're labeled as being stupid or ignorant. No, we gotta stop labeling people. My IQ may not be your IQ. My understanding of something may not be how you understand it. Some people learn more by words. Others like me, I learn more by hands-on. Some learn by reading. They have to read. We're all different. And so we can't judge and put people down. We can't do that. America, wake up. Stop being selfish bullies. And stop talking negative about people. We're dealing with our own individual issues in our lives. We don't need outside people also putting more on us. And what I'm saying is, if I know that at home I'm dealing with a crisis and I go to work and then because today I'm not sociable as I was before, I don't need my coworkers to start talking about me. You don't know what I'm going through. If anything, pray for me, but don't add more on me. When people go through depression, and when we don't recognize what we're doing, we could be adding more to them. That could easily lead them to want to think about taking their life. Stop being selfish bullies. Wake up, America, wake up. And stop focusing on people's ailments, their disability. People that have a disability, they know they're disabled. They know this. And they don't need you to be talking about them. And they don't need you to be staring at them. If they get up and walk because they walk with a limp, or because they only have one leg, or because they're in a wheelchair. I watch people. As I said at the beginning of the show, I watch people and how they react. And I just watch them and they just stare people down. And you make the person feel like there's something wrong with them. We know if you have an ailment or disability, they know that they're disabled. They have to live with this every day. They don't need you and I to stare at them or to laugh at them or to point at them. They don't need that. They're dealing with enough. We need to increase our realm of empathy. And what I mean by that is that if we learn to put ourselves in the shoes of others before we react and talk about them or gossip about them, it would be less gossiping and talking about people. It'll be less staring at people. America, wake up. Stop being a selfish bully. Stop it. This world is becoming less and less desirable to live in because of how we act, how we treat each other. We don't have enough compassion. We don't. We need to have more. We need to have more empathy. Not pity, empathy. Pray for each other. We need to pray more for others just as much as we pray for our family. Most of us pray, Lord, bless my family, bless my parents, my children, bless me, and that's it. Incorporate your co-workers, incorporate people at your church, incorporate that grocery store clerk that today was throwing your groceries as she or he rung it up. We don't know what people are going through. Just a simple prayer. Lord, bless them. Bless her. Bless him. Compassion, empathy. Not leave out of the store mad and angry and talking about the clerk. You don't know what that person was going through. And more times out of none, they probably you weren't even the target. They were battling something in their mind. But their actions, they were acting it out. We need to stop being selfish bullies. We need to wake up, America. We really do. We need to wake up and try to make a difference every day of our lives. We have to. Because if we don't, then this world is going to get worse and worse and worse. And then it may come to a point where we're at each other's throats. We can't live next door to each other. We can't go to the store anymore. We can't socialize anymore because we're so consumed with rage and being selfish, and this is my world and you don't belong in it. This is my space. You don't cross this line. I don't need you telling me nothing. You're different from me. You don't come from the same lifestyle that I come from. You're beneath me. You think you're more than me. I mean, it's going to get so bad that we might start living like hermits. If you just want this world just to be evolved around you, then you need to live under a rock. Because I'm sorry, this world is not going to evolve around you. Everywhere you go, there's no rose petals being thrown down so for you to walk on. None of us have that. None of us. Some of us have more money than others, but that doesn't make anybody more than the other. I would rather be rich in love, rich in compassion, than to be rich with money if it's going to make me an undesirable person, if it's going to make me a selfish bully. Wake up, America. Wake up. Wake up. Stop being selfish and teach your children not to be selfish. Teach your children, don't criticize and gossip and put people down because they're different. But instead, embrace that person that's different. Pray for that person that's different. Put yourself in their shoes. Would you want everyone staring at you? Would you want people talking about you? Would you want people putting you down? Would you want to be the gossip item of the hour, of the day, of the week? No, we don't want to be pinpointed out as being different. So people that are different, why are we pinpointing them out even more? They know they're different. Compassion. empathy. Smile more. Greet each other with a smile. It's okay to say good morning. Have a nice day. It's okay. When you go into the grocery store and at the checkout counter, it's okay to ask the person, how was your day? I try to make conversation. Wake up, America. Wake up. Stop being selfish bullies. If you change, others will see that change. And hopefully they'll want to change. Your children will want to change. Remember, you are your child's most important role model. Whatever you do, they're going to do. Because they mimic you. Wake up, America. Stop being selfish bullies. And again, it's okay to smile. It doesn't cost nothing. It doesn't hurt. But it will make a world of difference. Not just to you, but to others. Thank you for watching the Jess Turner Talk Show. I've been your co-host, Laraine Turner, and I do hope that something I have said today has sparked you to want to make a difference. Smile. God bless you.